everybody. It's December 2nd, and I thought, well, maybe I should try to do a vlog in December. And so we'll see how it goes, how many I do. Maybe just this once. I don't know. We'll try. But anyway, so I thought I would kick it off with letting you know what I'm currently reading. So I am reading Sleigh Bells Ring by Rayanne Thane. This is my first romance by this author. I've heard a lot of good things about her. I know that I think Sarah from Bookish Knitter has read her books, and yeah, she's been around a while, and I've never heard anything bad about her. And I'm a sucker for a Christmas book with a old truck, and that's got a decoration on it for Christmas. I don't know why, but that's just like my favorite kind of cover. And so that's pretty much why I clicked on this one and grabbed it. I have this one for review, and I've been holding on to it till it got closer to December to read it. And so yeah, I'm about 20% into it, and so far it's been enjoyable. To balance out that Christmas, I've got The Hellfire Conspiracy by Will Thomas. This one is a historical mystery set in the Victorian time, and I'm reading this one for the Cloak and Dagger Christmas prompt that was, I think, called Inspector Bucket, and it was to read a book, a mystery from the Victorian era, or one that was set in the Victorian era. And so this one is set in that time and everything. So this one is about Barker and Llewellyn. They're private investigators. They call them something else back then, but inquiry agents, I think, is what they called them. But it's pretty much the equivalent to a private investigator, and there's a missing girl, and they were hired to try to find her. And it leads them on the trail of something a little bit more sinister. And I'm about close, I think I'm about 50% into it, and I'm liking it fine. This is a series that I have liked the books, but I haven't really loved them. But it's been a while since I've read any. I've read the first 3, and this is number 4. And so I'm hoping to continue on with the series now that I'm getting back into it. And so maybe I'll like it more if I do it consistently. But so far, it's okay. Barker's kind of a rough and gruff kind of guy. And Llewellyn is a little bit not quiet. He's younger. And so it's kind of a balance between the two. It's just fun. And yeah, so I'm enjoying this one so far. I'm also using this one for, I think it's the Kinsey Millhone one, which is to read a book about private detectives. So I'm kind of knocking 2 of the challenges off at once. So that's what I'm reading. I am also going to watch the Christmas Murder, She Wrote. I timed this really well with my Murder, She Wrote watching because I'm right at the Christmas one, and so I thought, oh, I should go ahead and do that one. And so I put like a little picture, a video of the beginning of the Murder, She Wrote. It's like a little clip so that you can see that that's what I'm going to be watching. And yeah, it's called A Christmas Secret. And I've watched it many times. I've watched Murder, She Wrote many times. But I could use this also for the prompt number 9, which is Columbo, and it's to read or to watch a mystery, but I plan on watching something separate for that. But this is just the extra kind of thing that they were watching. I think they're going to do like a Zoom. I may not do that, but I just thought I would watch it since they're going to be watching it, and so see how it goes. And that's pretty much all I got to say. I shall come back when I have an update on how it is 6 o'clock at night. I just got my package a little while ago. I had to finish eating, so I was really patient, but I got my package in the mail, and I thought I would come up here and show y'all what I got. I ordered the new Kindle Paperwhite on Black Friday, and I have been anxiously waiting for it to show up. And especially today, because I knew it was going to be delivered. And finally, it got here. I haven't had a Paperwhite before, but I've had like the old Kindles, like when they first came out, I had one. And then after that, I've always just had the Kindle Fire. But my eyes are getting really bad. Like, I just got these this year, and I keep having to lift them up to like look at things, and like stuff is still blurry. I've had to like increase the font and everything, and I think maybe it's just because of the glare that I get off of this and things. Maybe it's just not helping my eyes. So I decided to go ahead and invest in a paperweight. And so we'll see what I got here. Is awfully light. Like, it feels like there wasn't anything in here. It's so tiny. Wow, compared to that, it's so tiny. It's so tiny and small. That I'm going to have to get used to, but that might also help my wrist, because my wrists have been hurting because this thing is super heavy. Like, just comparing these two, yeah, like this is super heavy. This is like really light. Wow. It's like so tiny. Like, I knew it was going to be small, but not quite so tiny, I guess. It's a good thing I can make the font big on here too. What do I got here? Stuff to... Oh wow, look, it's so tiny. It's so tiny. Look at this. It's so tiny. Like swallows. Wow. Yeah, because I got like the 10-inch Kindle Fire, and this is like I think it was like a 6-inch screen or something. So yeah, super tiny and small, but yay. But it's so like lightweight. I like that, because maybe it won't hurt my wrist so much whenever I'm reading. And it's got the e-ink, and so I'm hoping that means that I won't have such a bad glare. But yeah, I'm so excited. Be back later when I got it all charged up. Hey, so I'm back. It's about 8:42, and got my Kindle charged up, and I've been reading a little bit on it, trying to get used to how to operate it again, since I haven't owned a regular type of Kindle in a long time. But I'm liking it, and I wanted to come on here and say that I have finished the Hellfire Conspiracy by Will Thomas earlier today. I listened to it on audio, and it was enjoyable. I would say probably about 3.5 stars. It's been a while since I've been into this series, so I kind of got to get my groove back into it a little. This is number 4, and it's about Barker and Llewellyn, and they're kind of like a Sherlock and Holmes type. And Barker is older. He's more of the inquiry agent, and Llewellyn is like his associate that helps him. He kind of started helping him after he got out of jail. He had a stint that he had to serve in jail, and he's been working with Barker. And on this one, they are asked to look for a young girl who has been taken, and they worked really hard trying to find her, but by the time they found her, it was too late. And Barker doesn't give up very easily, and even though things didn't go the right way, he thinks that there might be a serial killer, because she's the first middle class child to go missing, but he has learned that there were some lower class children that have gone missing, and in kind of the same way and stuff. So he's not going to give up, even though he didn't get to find her alive. He wants to find out who is doing this, and so they keep going. And also, something that is going on is Barker has taught Thomas Llewellyn how to fight, and that's one of the things he's done. And he knows who it is that put him in jail, and in this one, he kind of gets a little bit of payback with fighting in a ring and stuff like that. So that was kind of interesting. And they do discover that they think a lot of this stuff that's going on is he gets letters from this guy, and it kind of leads them to maybe the restart of the Hellfire Club. and it's not a nice club. It's got a lot of rituals. It's kind of a cult or whatever, and so yeah, they gotta figure out who it is, what's going on, and they find out that another girl has gone missing, so they've got to try to find all this before something happens to that other girl. And it was enjoyable. It's not a favorite series, but it's enjoyable. And you know, it's a historical mystery, and I like historical mysteries, and I think if you like them, you know, you should give it a try and see if you like it. um, but yeah, there's that. On my Kindle, I am reading Sleigh Bells Ring still, and I am 24% into it. And yeah, so far it's cute. It's kind of a typical romance. It's about Annalise, who she used to live at Angel Falls. It's a ranch in Wyoming, I believe. And her father was the ranch foreman or whatever. Like, he took care of the ranch. And so she grew up there, her and her brother. And now she has, her parents got a divorce and she went to live with her mother. So she hasn't really been back to Angel Falls in a really long time. And there was an incident also that happened whenever she was young, and Tate's, which the Sheridans who own the ranch, Tate's father was killed on the ranch in the mountains. And so now the Sheridans don't really like to go to the ranch. The only one that did was Wallace, who is the grandfather, and he finds solace in the ranch and the peacefulness of the ranch. And he has passed on, and Tate's grandmother wants to have one more Christmas at Angel Falls, the ranch, and wants it decorated exactly how it was and all this kind of stuff. And so Tate goes back to the ranch, and lo and behold, he finds Annalise there. He did not know that she was there, but Wallace had hired her to take care of the ranch because she needed to be in town because her brother has had a really bad year. His wife died, and he started drinking, and he has twins, and he's in jail now. So he's going to be celebrating Christmas in jail, and somebody has to take care of the kids. So Annalise has the kids there at the ranch, and she's hoping that nobody's going to care that she has the two kids there because she didn't ask for permission. She didn't know anybody was going to be coming to the ranch. And then Tate is there, and he tells her that the whole family is coming. So she's like, great. so she's going to be bombarded with the whole family there while she's trying to take care of the two kids. But she had always had a crush on Tate whenever she was younger, because he was a little bit older than her, and he remembers her carefree ways when she was young, and he thinks that she's very good looking as she's gotten older. And so yeah, so it's cute. It's kind of a typical kind of Christmassy romance, so I'm enjoying it. And so yeah, I will probably be working on Sleigh Bells Ring for a little bit before I go to bed, and then, hey, so it is December 3rd, and it's like 11 o'clock, and so I thought I would come on here real quick because I got a package, and I think I know what this package is, but I'm not sure, so I thought I would just open it while I was here, and see if it's something different, or if it's what I thought it was. It is the one that I thought it was. The cover looks really cute. This is All the Right Reasons by Bethany Mangle. I've never heard of this author, but it sounded really cute. It says, Carahan's life fell apart after her father cheated on her mother and got remarried to someone Kara can't stand. When Kara accidentally posts a rant about him online, it goes viral and catches the attention of the producers behind the new reality dating show for single parent families. Soon, Kara and her mother have been cast as leads on the show and are asked to narrow a field of suitors and their kids down to the one winning pair. All of the all of this is outside of Kara's comfort zone, especially as she clashes with her mother on which suitors are worth keeping around. And then comes Connor. As soon as the son, I can't speak. As the son of a contestant, Connor is off limits, but he doesn't fit in with the cutthroat atmosphere in all the same ways as Kara, and she can't stop thinking about him. Now Kara must juggle her growing feelings while dodging cameras and helping her mom pick a bachelor they both love, or else risk fracturing their family even more for the sake of ratings. So it's kind of a reality TV book, and it just sounded. I like that's a single parent reality, and the contestants, different ones, they fall. The son and the daughter from the contestants fall for each other, and they're not supposed to like mingle with each other. So I thought that sounded kind of fun. It's a young adult contemporary, and I'm always like hit or miss with these, but yeah, it sounds cute. So hopefully, and this comes out February next year, so I'll be getting on to this one pretty quick. Don't really have much to say. I am still working on Sleigh Bells Ring, and I am 44% into it, so I have gotten a little bit into it, and I really like it. It's cute. Sometimes I like books with kids, and sometimes I don't, and it really just depends. And this one has twin 6-year-olds. They're Annalise's niece and nephew, and as long as they're not being used as just like some kind of background or prop or something in it, then I don't mind it. And they're really cute. They're really inquisitive and fun, so kind of adds a little element to the story, so I don't mind that. So they're cute. So I'm also listening to Louise Penny's The Madness of Crowds. I'm 12 chapters into it, like 22%, I think. I'm not quite sure I'm going to enjoy this one as much as I've enjoyed some of those. Her others. I've always been kind of hit or miss with this series, and I don't know. So that's all I got right now. If I get some more read, then I will come back and update. Hey everybody, I'm on here because I got a package in the mail, and I know I am part of a few different Secret Santas. And so I figured this is probably one of them, and so I'm going to open it up and see what it is. And maybe I should have cut it open first. Oh, cool. So I got Dead Voices by Katherine Arden. I just recently listened to this one on audio, and so now I've got a keeper copy for myself. I have the first one, Small Spaces, and so I am collecting these a little bit at a time. So now I got this one. And, oh boy, something in a box. I should have grabbed a knife. Okay, so here we go. And scissors. It's a coffee mug. Oh, cool. There it is. That's a cute coffee mug. I like it. So many books, so little time. That is so true. So true. I have way too many books and never enough time. So, thank you to whoever got this for me. I can't wait to drink my coffee in this now. And it'll make good Instagram pictures. Hello everybody, it's Sunday, and I was supposed to come in and wrap this up yesterday, and I forgot to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you about the 2 books that I read this week, and then let you know what it is I'm currently working on, or I'm thinking about working on. And so this probably is not going to be quite as long of a reading vlog as some of my other ones have been, so that's probably good for you guys. You don't have to watch so much. Anyway, so the 2 books that I read was The Hellfire Conspiracy by Will Thomas, which I give 3.5 stars, probably rounded up to 4 stars. It's a historical mystery set in Victorian era, which is for the Cloak and Dagger Christmas, where I was supposed to read a book set in the Victorian era or a Victorian mystery. And so that's this one. I also using this one for the Kinsey Millhone one, which was to read a book about a private detective, because Barker and Llewellyn are inquiry agents, which is the equivalent of a private detective. And yeah, this one was really good. I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite historical mystery series, but this is only number 4, so it could grow on me the more I read books from the series. And it's been a while since I have read the first 3, so I'm trying to get back into it, and so it may take a couple of books for me to really find a rhythm in the series. But yeah, I did enjoy it. And the next one, Sleigh Bells Ring by Rayanne Thane. This one is a Christmas contemporary romance. It was very sweet, very heartwarming. It is about Tate and Annalise, and they both have families that are having some hard times. Tate, his grandfather passed away, and his grandmother wants them to come to Angel's View. And I think I called it Angel Falls in a different segment, but it's Angel's View, which is the ranch that they own in Wyoming. But nobody has been there for a long time, except for Wallace, who was the grandfather. Nobody else wants to go there because Tate's father had an accident there and died on the mountains. And so it's really a place for pain for him and his younger sister. And so, yeah, nobody ever goes there. But for some reason, it was more of a place of solace for Wallace, and he loved there. And so they think that they want to, or the grandmother wants to have a memorial in one of his favorite places there on the ranch and have one more Christmas there before they decide to get rid of Angel's View, because really there's no sense in having it, because nobody's going to come and visit, because it was just a place that Wallace liked. And Annalise is the caretaker there. Her father used to be the ranch hand there a long time ago, and Wallace had hired her back when he knew that she needed to come back to, I think it's Holly Creek, and take care of her niece and nephew, because her brother had got himself in a spot of trouble because his wife had passed on a year ago, and he's having a hard time struggling with it, and he's been drinking, been getting into some drunken brawls, and the judge decided that maybe if he spent 30 days in the county jail, he might straighten up, because everybody likes him there. It's a small town. They want to see him thrive. They want to see him do better. But yeah, he's just not. And so that's the only thing they could think of, is to maybe make him think about it while he's in jail, that he needs to straighten up for his 2 kids. And so she's, having to take care of them and then taking care of that. And she didn't know anything about Tate and his family coming. And then all of a sudden there he was. And so that was a big surprise to her. And so she ends up having to help him get the place ready and all that stuff. And they knew each other whenever they were young. He was probably like 14 and she was 11 or something. And she had a crush on him whenever she was young. It's a young girl's crush on the older boy that her brother's friend that, hung out with, and things like that. So it was really cute, sweet. No heat or anything, really. It's just a nice, sweet romance, I guess is what they call it. Clean. Only a few kisses, no bedroom scenes or anything like that. So if that's the kind of thing that you prefer, then you would really enjoy this. And I really liked it. I kind of like my romances like that anyway. So I liked it. It was good. I'm going to give this 5 stars because I didn't really see any flaws in it. I really liked the characters, and it was just really sweet and heartwarming and just a really good Christmas romance. So I would recommend this to anybody who likes to read romances. I haven't worked much on more on this one, so from the last time that I had it up here, but I am still working on The Madness of Crowds by Louise Penny. It's just subject matters that it's talking about I'm just not really on board with, and I just don't like it. I think it shows a little bit of the author's politics, and I don't like that either. And so, yeah, it's just okay. I'm hoping it's going to get better, but I have a feeling that it might not. But I'm going to keep going anyway. I'm also in the middle of In Peppermint Peril by Joe Avon. It's a book tea shop. It's a book tea shop? Yeah. A book tea shop mystery. It's the first one. I tried this on ebook. I just really wasn't jiving with it. I don't like the characters very much, but I haven't really got a handle on the main character yet. And I'm probably about 40% into it, and I still don't know if I really care about what's going on. Some of the characters in it are just, I don't like them. The lady that was supposed to have been her friend from a long time ago is so rude, and I don't like her. And then there was a couple other characters that it was just like, ugh. And I mean, you just kind of get thrown into this tea that they're having at this one place. And so you don't really get to know the main character that much. And so all I know is she's there helping her great aunt, Effie, I'm guessing that's what it is. It's a big long name that I can't pronounce, and then she shortened it to like IPHY. So Effie, I'm guessing. And yeah, so she's helping her with that, and then somebody is murdered at the tea, and all kinds of bad things are happening. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't. Their verdict's still out on this one. And just because I wanted something besides a mystery or a cozy type thing, I started the Dream Spies by Nicole Lesperance, and this is the second book and the last book because it's a duology in the Nightmare Thief. And they have to go kind of undercover into this camp because it's a dream camp, and her grandmother thinks there's something fishy going on, and so they decide to kind of help and go and be in the camp so that they can kind of keep an eye on things that are going on because they're dream makers, and they had a problem in the first one, and so some people in town are not quite so sure about the dream makers anymore, so their reputation's kind of on the line, so they can't have somebody else making bad dreams and, fake dreams and things like that, so that's why they're going there to kind of see what's happening. So it's kind of a fantasy type situation, and I'm 14% into it. So far it's okay. They've just now made it to the camp, and so I'm curious to see what's going to happen. And then because I just seem to be in this a funky kind of mood, and I'm just trying all the books, I guess. I was at church today, and before church I kind of take a little time for myself, because especially whenever it's children's church day. I do that like every other Sunday, and I just kind of sit there and do a little reading on my phone before I have to go in there, and I couldn't get the Dream Spice to load up, but I could get this one too, so I just went ahead and started it, and I'm okay with that because it's one of my favorites. So I started the 3-book problem by Vicki Delaney, which is the latest book in the Sherlock Holmes Mystery Shop series. And I really like this series. That's Moriarty. And I'm excited to get to this one. It doesn't come out till next year. Dream Spies doesn't come out till next year either. I'm trying to get a little bit ahead on my NetGalley reads. So I'm only like a couple percent into it because, like I said, I just read it a little bit. But now that I've gotten started on it, I want to continue. I want to read this one more than I do in Peppermint Peril, put it that way. So we'll see what happens. When I finish one of those, I would like to start on Fearless by Mandy Gonzalez. This is the book that I'm using for the kids' mystery book to read in the Cloak and Dagger Christmas. And so I want to get started on that. I may just read a little bit on it while it's beside my bed until I get another book done, and then just go whole. It's not very big, so I think I can finish it pretty quickly. And so, yeah, if you've read any of these books or if you're wanting to read them, please chat down in the comments because I would love to hear what you think of them or anything like that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for this video. So don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.